So in this chapter, we're going to discuss about that privilege escalation and Linux in that theory part. So there are types of privileges. The first one is regular user and second one is super user, which is root. So standard user, which is typically that limited permissions and access rights on that system, which is our regular user. And second one is for that super user, which means that root. So super user or root has that unrestricted access to all files and commands on the system, and they can perform any administrative task including that modifying system files, installing softwares, and managing users and permissions. And second part is that common methods for that privilege escalation, which is that exploiting vulnerability. That's mean attacker may exploit some software vulnerabilities such as that buffer overflow or the privilege escalation vulnerability in the Linux kernel or system services. Second is that for misconfiguration, so incorrectly configured permissions or sudo that rules can be exploited by attacker to gain elevated that privileges. Then number three, it's for that weak password. So guessing or cracking that weak password or privileges that accounts can grant unauthorized access. That number four, it's for that insecure file permissions. That's mean that improperly set the permissions may allow regularly that users to execute file with that low level to that high level privileges. Then last is that backdoor and exploits. So backdoors installed by the attackers or that undiscovered vulnerabilities in software can be used to for that privilege escalation. Now, if I'm talking about to detecting that privilege escalations, that's mean that monitor systems logs and they use intrusion detection system, employ file integrity checking tool. So in monitoring system logs, that audit logs for suspicious activity or failed login attempts, and for that intrusion detection system or intrusion prevention system to detect and block privilege escalation attempt, and employ file integrity checking tools to that detect unauthorized changes to critical system files.